Julifer90-211 coming at you with another video. This video is going to be regarding Classics finished build close to 100%, if not 100%. I was thinking about it yesterday. As everybody knows, he received his cards in his mail, and also I sent them the rest of the cards. I'm going to be making a video regarding that, but before I do that, I wanted you to see the profile complete. So I ended up doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Ghost. So here's the format. Because I honestly, I think I have somewhere around 20 different formats for Dark Magician. They vary from No Dragoon, No Eternal Soul, No Circle, to all sorts of different types, like No Rod. I have one where there's only one Dark Magician. I have a branded version, non-branded. When you have like way too many cards, you just build a bunch of versions. And this is one of the versions that I want to say it's my top seller, but I think it sells somewhere around 3 decks per month. It obviously doesn't carry the Soul Servants because they're expensive. It does the 3 circle like Classic, because the 3 Soul Servants, obviously, you know, the cheapest 40 to 45 a card, so that's a lot of money. So the circles are usually just one's $1 and the rest of them are free. But we're gonna take a quick look at it, match it up with your deck. So you have 3 Dark Magician for you. The 3rd Dark Magician is the Mahad, so that's good. You also covered already the 3 Apprentice Illusion. You have that, the Dark Magician, and then you're just gonna need 2 Keeper of Dragon Magic. They are $1 a card, so that's gonna be $2. You also have the 3 what is it, the rods. You also have the Spellbook Engine, and you have the 3 Magician Souls, Dark Magic Attack, Veil, Spellbook Engine. You're gonna need a Raigeki, so I think I'm gonna look for a Raigeki for you. And you have the Spellbook, what's it called, Goblin. And then I'm gonna give you get you a common Polymerization, which is another $1. That's $3 so far. And then the Soul Servants, that's the one that you can decide in the future if you want it or not. If you want it or not. If you don't want it, or if you just want one, the Japanese, I suggest you get at least one. I still have some copies left. Let me know if you want any. They're $9 to $10 per copy. If you don't want any, then it doesn't matter. It's just $3 so far. 2 Keeper of Dragon Magic, $1 each, and then also the Polymerization, $1. The Twin Twisters, you don't need them. You're good with whatever is in your deck. The left hand, you don't need it as long as you have 1 right hand, which is stopping the spells, and 1 restage. And then I'm gonna make a video for the combos, or I'll go ahead and record one so that you can see it. The circles, you have 3, and you're gonna need a Mystic Mind because you need protection. You need to be OP. So for the Mystic Mind, they're usually $3 to $4. So it's 4 and 4. That's $8, and that's pretty much it. Everything else you have it. If you want a Imperial Custom, let me know. There are $1 or $2. So that's somewhere around $9. Just remember, the Polymerization and each of the Dragon and Keeper of Dragon Magic are $1. That's 3. And then the Mystic Mind would obviously be 3 or 4. If you don't want that one, you can play a Scapegoats. Scapegoats, the common, are $1. So if you want that one, and then the Imperial Custom is up to you. It protects all your trap. They don't go nowhere when they try to pop them, or you don't even need to go into Dragon Knight. And then Dragon Knight and the Quintet should be arriving in a few weeks to your house. So um, the Dragoon, you already have it, and then the English print, you're gonna get it as soon as it comes out. I'll be sending you one. The Dragonite and all the other ones, they're $1. Like for example, this one, Dragonstopedia, Starving Venom, and then Naruto. Um, and this one, the Nightmare Phoenix. And well, so let's count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. So it's $8 for 8 cards, $1 each, and it's up to you if you want the Scapegoats or if you want to go with the Mystic Mine. I advise Mystic Mine because Mystic Mine's like a top tiered card. Like even my YCS format has one Mystic Mine. You don't need it. It's too powerful. It shuts off all the effects and it makes your opponent freeze. He can't attack no more. He can't activate nothing from his hand. It basically 50% of the duels or 50% of the times that you play Mystic Mine, your opponent will forfeit. It's like a possible he will or he won't. Like just Mystic Mine is on his own. That doesn't even include your deck. Just Mystic Mine alone. Imagine when you play it together with the deck. That's what you see on my videos. Like my deck goes one-on-one with people. It doesn't matter what tier it is. Like it could be tier 1, tier 0. It does not matter. Like he can establish 6 negates or 8 negates in one turn like Drytron. And none of those things matter. You just hit them. I do like 2 or 3 effects and then I bait them and then afterwards Mystic, and that's pretty much a wrap. So yeah, so this is the build. I was thinking about it yesterday and it's a lot cheaper because you already have all the cards. You would just need to switch the Red Eyes Black Dragon for 1 keeper of Dragon Magic and then the Jester for another keeper. So it's just $1 card. You switch those and then we put Polymerization and Mystic. If you don't want to do that, then you should just keep the deck probably how it is because you play 3 Revs and Red Eyes Black Dragon, but to be honest with you, it's not optimal. It's not as good because basically Red Eyes Black Dragon is a brick, and the 3 Rev you have to hard draw them because there's no more Anaconda. It was banned on the ban list. So let me know what you decide to do, but that's what we're gonna end up switching up on your deck. It's super not expensive. I had already told you it was gonna be super cheap. This deck in English, the version that I sell, I sell most of them common, but the what's it called? The Princess Illusion, they're roughly like $10 a card, but I mean, you'll have the agents, so don't worry about all that. And then the Soul Servants, you already have them, remember? Everything else is nothing. It's just like $1 card. Raigeki, you don't really need it. It's just there for OP, like overpower. And then the extra deck, like I said, is just probably 3-4 cards, and they're all each $1. So you're pretty much done. Just like I had promised you, $10 or under. Let me know what you think, and if you agree, I'll make a video. I'll post the cards so that you can take a look at them and I can set them aside, and we'll figure out how to do that transaction for you. And then basically your deck will be done. Like there's nothing more you need to do other than just duel. And to be honest with you, the only Asian copies that you'll end up having are probably just the Apprentice and the Soul Servants. I have them all in English, but you can get them like in a year from now or whenever you want to get them. But there's no rush. But that's pretty much that. You're pretty much done with like $9-10. Believe me, and for all of them to be English, it's a steal. Like it's so good. This deck works. You've seen it in action already. I know because I uploaded the duels, and I can do either a replay, or we could do a live duel. Doesn't matter. So this is the deck. So basically he set 4 cards face down. And one of the monsters says it negates all the monster effects. So forget about monster effects. It's like a skill drain and it has 2000 of attack. Raigeki, open the field. The effects are open again. Nothing got baited with that effect. Special. Special again. Link. Spellbook engine. Draw from the deck. Activate. Draw. Goblin. Draw again. Activate. Draw. He takes it. He takes hold of it. Chains off to Scapegoats for defense mode. And then follows up with Crackdown. Takes our monster. We set 2 cards face down. Called by the grave and Imperial Custom. He activates Duality, searches the 3, shuffles, gets a card to his hand. Start turn, we draw. We're gonna dump Dark Magician, activate, draw 2, Rod, draw into Rod. Activate, draw Dark Magic, set Eternal. End our turn. We could have popped the card, but I just ended it, doesn't matter. We're gonna chain, activate the effect around the graveyard. That's the correct sequence. Pretty much nothing as strong as Dark Magician right now. Dark Magic attack, blow up the whole entire back row. He gets rid of Eternal. It doesn't matter because you're normal. You get it all over again. And then from there, you draw 2 cards by pulling out the Soul Servant, and obviously when you pull a Soul Servant, you draw some power plays, and one of them was Poly. And when you drew Polymerization, you had a Dark Magician, and you drew into a Dragon Knight. Keeper of Dragon Magic. You had a Dark Magician, so you enter into the fusion. So that's the difference between the Red Eyes Black Dragon that you have right now and this version, because it was substituted for this. It's a normal summon. It has double effect, which is pretty sick. The first one, you discard a card, and you're always gonna discard a card you need in the graveyard because the deck works by specific cards in the graveyard, like Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl. You dump them, then triggers the effect of searching a Polymerization from their deck to your hand. Then it has a secondary effect. If there's any Dark Magicians in the graveyard, it will special summon into the field face down. And you can trigger Polymerization from your hand the same turn. It'll fuse it even though it's face down. You have 2 targets. You can either go into Dragon Knight or Dragoon. So believe me, it's super, super sick. And this build was built a year ago. And it was built without an Anaconda. So it's perfect for this build because it's banned. It doesn't even affect you. You can bring out what you want. And you saw it here yourself. Dragoon's out. Pop. Gonna activate. We discard, negate it, set. Basically, the full field, we can do whatever we want. He brings the monster out, but then we chain Eternal to get Rod, so we can get the effect of either discard, Omni Negate, or just Rod to trigger effect pop. So we get them, trigger effect, draw to our hand, so Servant, stack, circle, activate, pull 2, draw, activate, chain, special, attack, and then we got cards in our hands. And we're just going to be drawing more and more and more. At this point, we're too OP on him. Special remove. There's nothing he could do. We had already taken over. The first trap every turn will be negated, so he's done. He attacks. We're going to chain banish. He's going to draw more cards and more cards. Basically, we're full control. We do what we want at this point. And it's not just the computer, it's every deck that you go against. So this deck is like super potent. I would categorize this build as a meta destroyer. It's not top tier, but it's a meta destroyer. Why? Because the Keeper of Dragon Magic, the the weakness is that it has two effects, and a lot of people like to trigger effects against it. And the deck doesn't have enough anti negation cards like the what's the name? Seravis. So if you like this build that you just seen, and it's like super sick, you have a bunch of monsters, a bunch of stuff in your hand, powerful, it goes through a lot of negations. If you like it, all you need is $9 more and it's complete. And everything that you're getting is all English. These copies used to be more expensive. They used to be valued somewhere around $4 to $5 per card, but currently, as Yu-Gi-Oh is moving along, the new cards, these old cards are getting they're too old, so people don't play them. But to be honest with you, if you combine them with specific cards like I did, they're very potent, very powerful. They're worth it. This is to be honest with you, I can calculate the price of the deck. Let me do it real quick. You got 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, in the English version, obviously the Soul Servants are like way too expensive. Because I did without them, and it comes out to like somewhere around like 140 for all English. But then the Soul Servants, they're each somewhere around 50 to 55, so it takes it like I think close to 300, which is not a lot for all 100% English. Like really, it's not a lot. But I mean, for you, if you calculate it, because remember your deck was valued somewhere close to 130, 140. But for mixing of the Asian, but I mean, you cut like more than 50% of the price, because you would have to pay like $390 for your deck, which most of it you're gonna get free. But this build is like hyper super cheap. Like I said, all you need is $9 more, $10 more, and that's pretty much it. Your deck will be complete. It'll look like this. So let me know if you're interested. If you are, I'll set the cards aside for you, and then in a month or two, when you're ready for that, let me know, and then we'll move forward with that. And with that having been said, well, before I close up, I'm gonna make another video on percentages, because I promised, I think 3-4 days ago, because people need to see this video, is very important for information. Also, the classes are gonna start like in a day or two. So I think everybody got left the class, so we have new members, and right now we have about 4 members, and that's fine, because I usually do 4 to 7 members max. And then after the month or month and a half is over, the class ends, people graduate, and then I get new people. So you guys are class number 5. So yeah, I'm planning on doing only a max of like class number 10, and after that I'm gonna retire the class, unless people want to bring it back, or old members want to come back to school to teach them and all that. But that's pretty much over. So with that having been said, Dark Magic Attack.